Today I am out in the Alpine Lakes Wilderness for an early season overnight backpacking trip. I'm actually just doing a really short hike today with Abby.
Thank you.
And Rainer. And Rainer's dog Tucker. And I have packed my bag with the most ideal backpacking setup that I can. Ta-da! This is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever brought backpacking. I have a nice, easy hike in, which should give me plenty of time at camp to really enjoy the early season backpacking weather. So with that, let's go. Woo! This is my show, gosh darn. Yay, hiking! We're gonna weigh our packs. This weighs 28 pounds. Pretty heavy.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
34 pounds.
34. This would be a first if Abby's pack actually weighs the least. That would be like crazy talk.
Oh, it's like this. It's like 29.
No way!
So 1 pound heavier than you.
Oh, all right, Rainer, you win. Nice job. Good guessing.
Bam.
Thanks, sir. All right, sick.
Packs on.
Boop. The trail that I'm hiking today is Ingalls Creek, and this is a low elevation trail that has very little gain. So I can probably get in several miles before I'll start to hit any of the snow patches that we're seeing in the higher elevation trails right now, which makes this the perfect early season backpacking trip. Beautiful Ingalls Creek. I've actually done 3 backpacking trips this year already, and they have all been in deserts with very limited water supply. So it is really nice to be hiking alongside this beautiful, quickly flowing creek and knowing that I'll have water pretty much the entire time. What a lovely day. So I talk about Rainer and Abby a lot as my crew, which is true. They are people that I work with, but they're also 2 of my best friends. And in my mind, these early season backpacking trips are best done with people that you love to hike with. If you're planning your first trip of the season, or maybe your first trip ever, I would highly recommend hiking with some people that you feel like you can really set intentions with and know what you're expecting out of each trip. Woo, whole crew, yay. Also y'all, I think we just reached our first and maybe only elevation gain of this hike.
Oh God.
Here we go. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh my gosh, look at this bench. You might have seen your pictures, but I have to have a rose in my hand. You're like,
What's your superlative?
most best at most best.
That's your superlative? Most best? Most best.
That's right. Whoa, look at this tree. We have a tree here that looks like it's actually 2 trees that kind of grew together and then probably fell at some point.
Probably.
Right now.
Miranda, the world's greatest detective.
These trees appear to no longer be standing. Neat. Well, those are fun. These little buds. Look! Wow! That one's beautiful. Oh, those little white ones are so cute. They look like little snowflakes. Cute! Look! Wow, we really are seeing some wildflowers. Oh my gosh! I love wildflower season. Here's our Alpine Lakes Wilderness sign. This is so beautiful. Like tiered waterfall coming down in Ingalls Creek. I feel like the sound of a heavy flowing creek or a waterfall is energizing, you know? This is the perfect trail. This is my favorite type of hiking. A lot of our peaks and a lot of our trails are still covered in snow, like you can see up there. This is really nice to have something that's totally clear of snow, because really, as you start to gain in elevation, you get over, right now, maybe 4,500 or 5,000 feet, you're gonna basically be in the snow, which makes it really hard to backpack. So this is beautiful, and we're just keeping our eye on those peaks for them to hopefully melt out in the next couple of weeks. I love these purple butterflies. Moss! This moss feels like a buzz cut. Yay, moss. Moss, moss. I cannot believe we've never done this hike before. There's campsites here. Down there. So we're gonna keep going, but we just got to a point where there's a little trail that shoots off and goes to a couple little campsites down by the water. There's a number of smaller campsites like this along the entire 14-mile range. So as we get in a little further, we're gonna keep our eyes peeled for a really perfect spot to camp. They feel so soft. Ooh, back up, rattlesnake. Ooh. So we just came up on a rattlesnake. You probably heard the rattle in my mic. We're just gonna let it pass and then keep going. You can see it going. There's a little rattler. Probably of all the creatures that are out here, rattlesnakes are probably the ones that scare me the most. The idea of having to like manage something like a rattlesnake bite feels really scary. Luckily, rattlesnakes alert you. They're like, you're too close, you know? They're really good at setting boundaries. All right, let's move on. Everybody stay on trail. Kind of surprised about that. Seems a little early. All right, watch out for rattlers. Hello, rattlesnakes. Wah, we're coming. Beep, beep. Humans approaching. Short break, get the dog some water, pee, eat a snack, and then we'll keep going. Whew. All right, this is like full-blown rattlesnake territory, so stop, 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 we're coming through. Yeah, get the F out of our way, we'll get the F out of yours. Stop, stop, stop. This is all wildfire. Wow, this is a beautiful spot. I'm just gonna take a look at my map really fast. We have 2 campsites coming up that should be like within a quarter mile of each other. But this is our next campsite here. We're up here right now. All right, let's keep going. We've hiked in about 3-ish miles on the trail so far. This next site that we're coming up to, I have a good feeling about it. I think it's gonna be the one where we're gonna stop for the night. So beautiful. The water is so clear right here. Yeah, we gave it a little spit shine. Right?
You know what they call that? A creek tragedy.
I think that's our spot. According to my map, we have arrived. What do y'all say? You wanna pop down there and see what it looks like? What do you say, Tucker? How you feeling?
My rock here.
You look very cool.
Ah!
That was good. What do you think a barbaric yop of a pterodactyl would sound like?
Like a pterodactyl call?
Oh. Yeah.
Just a chicken.
All right, anyway, let's get to camp. Ah! Oh, there's one over there. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Oh, I love campsites like this. This huge area. Welcome to camp. All right. Look at how sweaty my back is.
It looks like that bunny from Donnie Darko. Rainer, word
What?
talk test.
It looks like some sort of like hellish demon.
How does it make you feel?
Thirsty.
Yeah.
I brought something special on this backpacking trip, and that is, ta-da, my brand new Nemo Moonlight Elite chair.
So what was that you had? You had a...
Rainer also got one. It's a race to see who sets it up first.
Oh, is it really? Okay. Do we do the bottom sheet too?
Yeah. And you have to sit in it also.
Okay.
Winner!
All right.
That was close.
That was close.
So this is good right here.
Wow.
Abby, I'll have a mojito, please.
I also would love some like shrimp marinara sauce. What's that called? Shrimp cocktail. Woo! Yay, backpacking. This is my little lunch baggie. Does anybody want cheese?
Oh, sorry, I don't need any of your cheese because I have brought my own cheese.
Wow, if I'd known you were bringing brie, I wouldn't have brought my Cracker Barrel cheese. I also brought a whole carrot, a bag of olives, and a little bag of peanut bread. Also, some backpacker hummus. I got this little packet of hummus off of, a butterfly just landed on me. Look at you, are we best friends? I think we're best friends. I'm a Disney princess. Okay, that's enough, go away. Get off! Anyway, so I got this little packet of freeze-dried hummus from Garage Grown Gear. It's from a company called Ubu. You just have to add 3 to 4 ounces of cold water, and then you just like seal the pouch and mix it up, and then you have hummus. Cheers! Woo. Now that we are done eating and chilling, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my camp. So I actually have a new tent that I'm using for the first time on this trip. The Nemo Hornet Elite Osmo One Person. This is this tent's Virgin Voyage, so let's pop it open.
Maiden voyage.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna go like right here, I think. Boom. Oh yeah. Wow, it feels so light. Ooh. Boom. Wait, that's such a cool idea. Rather than having a cross pole, this has this little hard piece of plastic that essentially creates a cross pole. Love that. So this is a semi-freestanding tent. What that means is that I have 2 poles at the front that help keep the front part of the tent open, but then I have only 1 singular pole at the back. So while the tent stands on its own, it's not stable until you stake it out. So a totally freestanding tent will completely stand on its own. A non-freestanding tent has to be staked to even have any sort of like tent shape. Semi-freestanding is like right in between. If you've been following me for a while, you know how much I love Nemo's gear. Just perfectly borders between ultralight and luxury, designed to last a super long time. I adore them, so I'm super excited about this tent. There we have it. Tent is set up. If I put the rain fly on, I'll actually be able to stake out the rain fly and then attach this to the rain fly, and that'll give me more interior volume. For now, I think I'm gonna leave it like this and get all my stuff in there. I had someone ask me recently why it is better to use a pump sack like this and like blow air into it. The reason that this is better is that as you're blowing air into a pump sack like this, you're not only getting your own breath into the pump sack, you're also causing ambient air to go into the pump sack. You actually don't have to put in nearly as much breath power to fill this bag, but then you have way more air to fill your sleeping pad. Also, blowing your hot, germy breath into your sleeping pad will cause it to mold faster, which will degrade the fabric faster. Since my quilt doesn't have a hood like a sleeping bag would, I put this over my head, and this kind of like helps keep my head and neck warm. And it looks cool. I can tell as Rainer starts laughing at me immediately.
Oh no, it's the return of Space Nun.
Ta-da! That is camp. Coolio.
So some people have asked about like what I bring for Tucker, what I bring to backpack with my dog. Yeah, this is the Palisades pack from Roughwear. I will put his food. I know that looks like a lot, but you know, he's burning a lot of calories. So I'll put his food in there. I have a little plastic bag that I put his poop in. Got his little poop bags there. And then his water bowl, which I don't know if you can see it there. That's also from Roughwear. And then I've got this dog sleeping bag, and they make a pad, but it's heavy. So I just bring the Nemo switchback. That's kind of the setup, pretty simple.
Yeah, do you like this bed? Oh yeah. We're not going home yet. Don't worry about it. We're not going home yet.
I'm wandering down to the water because when we first got to camp, I put 2 cans of wine into this creek here. If you've never done this before, putting your cans of wine or beer in water is a great way to chill them down at camp. Just make sure that you like bury them in a spot with rocks or something so they don't float away. Back to the hangout spot. Happy?
Thank you.
2 robbers are robbing a liquor store. And one of the robbers picks up a bottle of liquor and turns to the other one and goes, "Is this whiskey?" And the other robber goes, "Yeah, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank."
Cheers!
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
It's Miranda's first time drinking.
Even now, as I've become a more experienced backpacker, where I hike a lot further and I feel like my endurance is better, my gear has gotten lighter and more luxurious at the same time, which is so cool. I still find myself just loving trips like this one, where you hike in a short distance, set up camp, and hang out, because it just emulates everything about backpacking that I originally fell in love with. While I do think a trip like this is great for beginners, I also think a trip like this is great for anybody. Wherever you're at in your journey, if you have not done an easy, cozy, luxurious friend trip, you should totally do it. It's the best.
Ah!
Sucker. Yeah.
Yeah! I've just waxed poetic, mildly drunk for long enough, so.
You're not drunk. I don't know. Put that on
You had
video,
one
please.
half a can of wine.
I've had half a can of wine. Okay, but half a can of wine is 1 glass of wine, so that's like a lot of wine.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
So we are kind of getting ready to do our evening routine, make some dinner, hang out, play some games. But before we do that, I want to really quickly give you a full tour of camp and my tent, and then also let Abby and Rainer give you a tour of their tents as well. So you kind of saw my tent already. The tent that I have is the Nemo Hornet Osmo Elite 1-person tent. This tent weighs in at just about a pound, which is super light for a semi-freestanding tent. And then in here, I have my Sam Bob fleece hoodie, my Enlightened equipment. This is the Revelation 20-degree quilt. And then I have my Nemo Philo Elite pillow in this little stuff sack that I made that straps around my sleeping pad. And my sleeping pad is the Nemo Tensor insulated sleeping pad. That is my camp setup. I also have my little Gossamer Gear thin light pad out here. This is a super great place for me to like take my shoes off, organize my gear. And I also have my fanny pack out here. This is a Light AF fanny pack, but this is actually a collaboration that we did with Light AF. This is a Miranda Goes Outside design that I made, and it says Light AF plus Miranda Goes Outside on one side. This is my show, gosh darn. So this little fanny pack just has like my charger in it, has my sunscreen, a few other like accessories and stuff. And I just left that kind of by my tent. We have set our chairs up in this little zone between our 3 tents. We are kind of like hanging out here right now, but when we actually go to cook, we'll actually be cooking at the campsite next door. We want to be kind of away from our stuff while we're cooking and hanging out. It's a good idea when you're in an area like this that's like bear country. My pack is just hanging out right there. My pee funnel is covered in ants. Get off. I have my water hanging up right here. I scooped up about 2 liters of water in this Canuck bag, and then I just hung it here so that when I'm ready to filter water, I could just attach my Sawyer Squeeze filter and my Canuck water bottle and easily filter some water. In front of me is Abby's tent, and this is camp. Wanna show your stuff off? All right, I'm the camera person now.
Come in. I'm trying out a little more lightweight gear this time, so I'm borrowing a good amount of stuff. This is the Gossamer Gear, the 2 tent. It's the first time I'm using a tent that uses trekking poles. This is the Nemo Tensor Extreme. It's a wide sleeping pad. Very cozy. This is the Outdoor Vitals 15-degree Summit sleeping bag. Is that right?
God, oh no, sorry.
This is chaos.
Tucker, come here. Don't go in there, bud. No.
This is the Nemo Philo. It is my favorite. I love it. Thermals over here that I usually wear to hike with, but these are going to be my pajamas tonight. I have my Kindle, which I know is heavy, but I love it. I always backpack with it. I have a sleep mask because I have insomnia and it helps keep the light out of my eyes. This is kind of the only little special thing I have. It looks like Altoids, but it is actually my panic attack box. And it has my medicine. It has a little picture of me and my husband on the Olympic coast. It has some essential oils to help calm me down, some mint gum to chew on, and a little quote from Anthony Bourdain. Sweet. Tent.
Filming is hard.
Good job.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Your turn.
All right, my turn. I brought the Nemo Dragonfly 2-person. I've had this tent for a really long time. Actually, right here is where a raccoon mauled my tent, and he ran away, but he got a little hole in it, and Nemo repaired it. Anyway, going in. I have... Oh, here he comes. There's my boy. That's my good boy. This is the Nemo Riff 15. Underneath, I've got my Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. This is a closed cell foam pad. I've got it here because Tucker's going to be in the tent with me, and he's got these claws. And I brought this actually Miranda's Sea to Summit pillow this time because I could not find my Philo Elite. Jackets up here in the rafters. Here's something I'll talk about here. I love Ditty Sacks because they help me keep gear organized.
Pretty little ditty sack. Come on and talk
But-
to me. Happy little ditty sack.
Well, you can't stand up
Can
being
you
on
not
camera
be-
for 3 minutes.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry.
Red is my first aid kit. Yellow is my poop kit. The Bugler Cotrell. 1 day of toilet paper.
Is that an entire roll of toilet paper?
Gotta be ready. Look at him. He's just like so happy to be in there. Because I love him.
Can we play a game now?
Miranda needs her attention.
I want to play a game. That's 35.
How's the warm cheese?
Not good.
So this is my last Bushka's Kitchen meal, as this was my favorite backpacking meal brand. And gosh, Miranda, I've eaten nothing other than this on trail for years. And they recently went out of business, which means that this being my last Bushka's Kitchen meal means it's probably the last one I'll ever have.
If there is a small meal company that you really love, or even any small brand that you really love, and you can support them by purchasing from them, you should definitely do it. This video that we're actually doing right now is sponsored by Garage Grown Gear, which is the largest online cultivator of small brands like Bushka's Kitchen, like Farm to Summit, which is the meal that I'm eating, like this Big Sky International food bag that I'm using. And they have really just been such an incredible resource for small brands and for backpackers interested in supporting small brands. If you have not yet tried out any ultralight cottage brand gear, definitely go check out Garage Grown Gear. They are just such an awesome company that carries so many different types of cottage brand gear from an incredible collection of small brands. This is about ready. This is the garden mac and cheese from Farm to Summit. Drain some water. I am gonna drink this water that I've just drained off, but if you don't want to drink it, you can dig a little hole and bury it instead. That's also acceptable. But it's full of like flavor and nutrients and also is just water, so drink it. Cheesy, saucy packet. Now, I'll probably need to add back in a little bit of water. I want my mac and cheese to be nice and saucy. Ooh yeah. Take a look. All right, moment of truth. Wow. Got it. Yum. just about 9 p.m. now, and we are all cozy in our tents getting ready to go to sleep. I am all wrapped up in my quilt, and I right now have my headlamp in the top pocket of my tent. It's providing this really nice glow. The top pocket of this Nemo tent is actually a diffusing material. It makes like kind of a yellowish glow. It makes for a very cozy camp setup for sure. I have my water filter wrapped in a buff and then wrapped in 2 socks to stay warm. It is gonna get pretty cold tonight, so I wanted to bring my water filter inside so it doesn't freeze. So I've just been curled up in my tent for the past like 30 or 45 minutes reading my book. Now that it's about 9 o'clock, I think it's time to go to sleep. So far, today was really exactly what I wanted from this camping trip. I was really hoping to do a short, easy, gentle backpacking trip where I had the opportunity to just hang out with 2 of my best friends at a beautiful campsite, and that has all come true. I will see all of you in the morning. Good night. Good night, Rainer.
Good night.
Good night, Abby.
Good night.
Good night, Tucker. Good night. But I got up probably around 6. Look at this beautiful view. All right, let's get up and make some coffee. Oh, look who's saying hello. Oh, hi.
Hey. Good morning. Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna make some coffee. After I make my coffee, I'm gonna make some pancakes in this mini cast iron skillet I packed in. This is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever brought backpacking. Like living my wild, wild west dreams. All right, coffee. My coffee this morning is this double shot latte in an instant from Farm to Summit. Boil, boil. Coffee. How frothy that is. Oh, my block of cheese is hard again. It's kind of interesting how it like goes soft and then goes hard again.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Both of you are fired.
All right.
I will do the YouTube show on my own. Okay, we're making pancake mix now. I have a little bag here that has 2 cups of pancake mix in it. I need to add 1 1/3 cups of water. So I've made pancakes car camping, but never backpacking. That looks nice and mixed. Not at all, not even close. There's so many lumps. Prepare for a possibility of a failure. Cool? Everybody okay with that? I don't think they're gonna work right now.
I do have a legitimate question though.
Yeah.
Did you bring a non-stick element, like a...
Well, no, but my cast iron is nonstick, so. What? What? It should work. Did anybody else bring butter? Okay, look, we're just gonna try it, okay? We're just gonna give it a shot. Here goes nothing. That did not get very mixed. Well, this is totally gonna work.
What are you flipping it with? Does she fork?
Yeah. Not done yet. Ah. It kind of worked! Highly effective. Boop. All right, pancake number 1. Boop. Boop. Pancake number 2. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, that one got a little burnt. So it turns out that you do need oil because our second pancake got all stuck. Man, I forgot to pack oil for my skillet. So after our second pancake, it got all stuck. But we're still gonna eat the second pancake. Pretty good. All right, well, that was fun. I'm gonna take this batter home and I'll make pancakes when I get back to my house. Time for breakfast. Okay, I'm done.
I just discovered this as I was packing up. My backpack was outside my tent. No food in it, nothing at all with a scent in it. But still, an animal came and chewed through there, chewed the strap, and chewed all that up, trying to get into this bag, thinking there was maybe food in there.
This is one of the reasons I always bring my pack into my tent.
I've never had an issue. I never bring it in.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've had an issue.
It was in your recipe. I used to do that, and then I had an animal chew through my pack, and so now I bring it into my tent and I put it at my feet.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Maybe try them for a new pack. We just finished packing up our camp, did a quick check to make sure we didn't leave anything behind, and now it is time to head out of this perfect campsite and go back to the car. This was honestly everything that I want from a luxury, relaxed backpacking trip. We had a beautiful campsite, a gorgeous, clear night last night. Trips like these are the ones that make me most excited about backpacking, and I think as far as an early season backpacking trip goes, doing something like this with friends that's easy and relaxing is just the best way to start the backpacking season. If you liked this video and you want to see me do more backpacking trips like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I will see you outside. Bye. And also we'll do more hard trips. Yeah, it's just that this is also nice. Come on! You guys coming? We did decide that of our little group here, me, Abby, Rainer, Tucker, that Rainer is the mom, Tucker is the dad, Abby is the aunt, and I'm the baby. Woo! Everyone saw that coming.